Switzerland. Yesterday, we went to the dogs and discovered a, well, hidey hole underneath one of the warehouses, which looked like there were some people captured and held hostage there. And they were drugged, and there was a dead American police officer or investigator. And you can wait for the interesting stuff. That's good. Some people have patience. But yeah, basically we found that police officer, and the trail led us to the Black Edelweiss Institute, or the Schwarzes Edelweiss Institute, in Switzerland. And that is where we are now. Sherlock basically got stuck in a cell because he pretended to be the American investigator. And he managed to get out and figure out that people that they brought in, they did experiment on. So the people, the abducted ones that we searched, that came from England and stuff we found, they came all over the world. And there's apparently a health gate thing where they just disappear after the experiments are finished. So we're trying to open that. Now, we managed to cause a brief distraction of the guards to speak to Watson, who's currently residing in a guest room in the Institute, and that is where we are at. So Watson's thing now is to figure out a way to get the key to the Hell's Gate. Well, the rector's office, yes, indeed.
Ah, Dr. Watson. Just the man I wanted to see.
Professor, I'm surprised you're not trying to catch that escapee.
Please, my time is far too valuable. I hope Nurse Kuntz has been taking good care of you.
He has certainly kept me out of trouble.
Professor, it is time for your appointment with your next patient, Mr. Wolf.
Herr Wolf can wait until tomorrow. I wish to speak with Dr. Watson.
As you wish.
You still see patients yourself, even as the director of this entire facility?
Only the important ones. And yet I rarely get to pick the brain of a man like yourself. I think it is time we got to know each other, no?
I'm afraid there's not much to know. I'm just an average chap living a rather prosaic life these days.
Dr. Watson, those of us who pursue knowledge are anything but average. Now, who are you?
I'm a physician in search of a stimulating career. I have patients, yes, but admittedly, I'm more interested in the cutting edge of medical research. So when I read about the Black Edelweiss and your work on the healing of minds, I simply had to learn more.
I suppose my Edelweiss was always destined to attract other curious minds. But before we continue, I want you to understand one thing. A broken mind can never be truly healed.
Ah, I see. So, what exactly do you do here?
It is simple. If you cannot fix a person's nature, you must force them to forget it.
Surely there are other methods of treatment.
How naive. You remind me of a man I once knew, Professor Becker. But we do not speak of him anymore.
No, you're supposed to have been.
The former director here. One day he realized that Edelweiss had outgrown him and had to leave.
It's the letter.
Already, Doctor?
How rude of me. I was absorbing your wise words, Professor, and must...
It's the letter opener, right?
Was the conversation boring you?
No, not at all. I merely...
No, I understand full well. You're not seeking conversation.
What do you mean?
It is obvious. Your mind craves truth, but not in this form. You must witness a practical demonstration if you are to learn.
I'm certainly intrigued. Would that be possible?
Of course. I propose a journey between the jury of the human brain. You will not leave without being truly enlightened. Kuntz, take Dr. Watson back to the courtyard. Then tell the nurses to prepare the operation room and the girl with the doll.
Yes, Professor.
Our preparations will take a little time. I will come for you soon, Doctor.
The courtyard, huh? Patient room is our guest room, by the way. Because they don't really have patient rooms anymore.
Visitor? No, no, you shouldn't have come here.
Yeah, we know that.
Give it to me. No, I don't want to. Why not?
Minor birds, if I'm not mistaken. Beautiful creatures. Sad that they're caged here.
They do look really cute.
Did you see my son? He's such a sweet boy.
I want them to fly.
Miss?
I hear them scratching. Don't you hear it?
Okay, interesting. There goes to the reception. Or here?
Photograph seems recent.
I think that's the entire staff, or like
Seems recent.
most of the staff there.
A commemorative photo.
There we go.
Been a while since I've been in one of these.
He doesn't have too much of the...
That's a lot of records.
Gygax patient report. October 1879. The most serious treatment is necessary. My special patient, Wolf, will be transferred to patient room 2 on the ground floor. All the patients must be removed from my schedule and reassigned to other specialists at the institute. This patient's mental state requires constant monitoring and immediate intervention to avoid undesirable consequences. In December 1879, the necessary surgical procedures were successfully performed. Physical recovery is still in progress. Memory loss is increasing but still not complete. A new obsession with writing has developed, probably as a side effect. January 1880. The patient's writing now mentions old names. Clear signs of partial memory recovery. Unacceptable result. A second surgery is required, targeting both the frontal and temporal lobes. I hate these kind of brain surgeries. They were a thing they did to mental patients quite a while back. And they are absolutely nasty. Surgery went well. The patient's memory loss does not persist for longer than a couple of minutes, although an obsession with writing lingers. Danger eliminated. Daily monitoring prescribed. And another painting. Well, that was something. Visitor from space. Glowing meteor lands on Arkham. Okay, I'm wondering now. Was the game made by the same people that made Arkham Asylum? I wondered that before, because we have the space thing where Holmes is in.
Finding your room comfortable, Dr. Watson?
I really do wonder. I may have to look that up. Like, just looking up the studio and then looking up the... games they made.
This area is off limits. A patient has escaped. I don't want to guard block B tonight.
Oh. Well... isn't there another... God, standing there. There we go.
I hope everything is to your liking, Dr. Watson. We rarely have visitors here. I wonder how Edelweiss compares to your clinics in England. Feel free to explore the courtyard, Dr. Watson. I'm sure it will enlighten you. Feel free to explore the courtyard, Dr. Watson. I'm sure it will enlighten you.
Kitchen, huh? That's where we haven't been yet. It's always the same food. They all eat the same food.
Looks dusty but functional.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we never use that. I think it connects somewhere downstairs.
Nice, fix it. Just kicking the cabbage.
Did you hear that a patient escaped? All the guards rushed off to find him.
I mean, the amount of rats here don't seem to be healthy, but hey, who am I to say that? Patient room 2.
You are Mr. Wolf, am I right?
Oh, hello. Who might you be?
My name is Dr. John Watson. I wanted to talk with you, if you didn't mind.
Ah, doctor. I don't suppose you could help. I seem to have forgotten where I am.
We're in the Black Edelweiss, Mr. Wolf. It's an asylum in Switzerland, and you are one of its most important patients.
But why am I here?
That's what I was about to ask you.
I can't remember. Sorry, I can't remember anything.
It's all right, you don't need to push. Try to relax. Let the thoughts come and go. Now, what comes to mind? Mr. Wolf?
Oh, hello. Who might you be?
We just went over this.
I'm sorry, but I don't think we've met.
We were just discussing this facility, the Black Edelweiss Asylum, and why you are here.
They completely wiped his memory. Like he doesn't have...
Things I do for you.
Like he doesn't have any...
Who are you? And who's this Holmes fellow?
I am Dr. Watson, and Holmes is... well, you could call him my imaginary friend. That's just a little joke, don't mind me.
But why am I here, doctor? Am I sick?
I'm sure I can take a look.
Well... yeah, it's hanging, so he's one-sidedly paralyzed. Severe chemical burns. Skin pigmentation. An adult male with 2 deep surgical scars. One side of his head and an all-chemical burn on one of his hands. Mr. Wolf has some paralysis of his facial muscle, most likely the result of brain surgeries. Blue-gray pigmentation spots on the skin are likely due to overuse of medications containing silver nitrate. It appears that his illness is a direct result of the treatment he has received here at the Black Edelweiss. Ill to treatment of itself.
What did Gygax do to you?
Excuse me? Who are you?
Oh, never mind.
Yeah, he completely wiped his entire, like, memory remembering brain. Beautiful alpine flower whose heart I do miss, so you called to me. I don't see how I could let you go. The storm cut through my senses, makes all my thoughts so blind, with no captain. Miss Reason, what did they truly find? Cold and dark with grimy walls, roughly held like animals, trapped yet freed. Why do I fall? Something squirms on the tip of the tongue, but what can it be? What did I forget? Was he a captain or something? Well, that's interesting. I cannot go back into her So.
Feel free to explore the courtyard, Dr. Watson. I'm sure it will enlighten you.
So in our room we already have done everything we can.
Too bad my parents had to leave so soon. I haven't seen them for months. When people shout, all I want to do is find a dark corner and hide. I can't bear it. Professor Gygax says I can return home as soon as I'm better. I miss him so much. I miss him so much.
The nurses don't believe me. No one helps me. I just want the scratching to stop. Why won't they make the scratching stop? Why won't they make the scratching stop?
Good question.
Try to fly away. Escape, my little ones. Yes, fly. Oh, fly far away from here. If I were a bird, you wouldn't see me waddling around. Use your wings. If I were a bird, you wouldn't see me waddling around.
It depends what kind of bird, I guess.
You're mean. That's rude. And I'm not. You're lying. Shh, stranger. We must be quiet. Yes. He's not real. He's not real. Don't look at him. He's not real. He's not real. Don't look at him.
Get out while you can. If you linger too long, the professor will keep you forever. No one escapes the Edelweiss. No one. No one escapes the Edelweiss. No one.
If you happen to meet him, tell him I'm here. My baby will return to me, you'll see. I'll be waiting right here as long as it takes. We'll leave this place as soon as my boy's back. We'll leave this place as soon as my boy's back.
One of the patients there whispers to me all the time. He tells me such horrible things. I should resign, shouldn't I? This is all a bit much. I wanted to be a dancer. I wanted to be a dancer.
Randomness is random, huh?
Excuse me, who are you?
I don't know why
Sorry,
I keep
what were we
doing this,
discussing?
expecting something different.
Sometimes you may remember something. Or maybe not remember, but like...
I suppose it will be one less ungrateful mouth to feed if he dies out there. One time, it took them 5 days to find the patient. They found him frozen in the snow. I heard his arm snapped right off. If anything else goes wrong tonight, we'll be all out of stuff. If anything else goes wrong tonight,
Interesting.
all out of stuff.
Professor Gygax will have much to tell you. Try to get some rest. It's nice to have you here. We don't get many visitors. It's nice to have you here. We don't get many visitors.
Ah, yes. The
I can't just leave Holmes here alone.
eternally impossible chair. Just to be able to block the things where you're not supposed to go. There's really nothing here anymore. Nah. We could maybe try and talk to the guard ones more.
No one is allowed in or out. Professor Gygax's orders. I can't let you through. Only Edelweiss staff may enter. There is a patient on the loose. It would be best to stay in the courtyard. There is a patient on the loose. It would be best to stay in the courtyard.
Yeah. Maybe we talk to everybody here as much as we can.
Minor birds, if I'm not mistaken. Beautiful creatures. Sad that they're caged here.
No more info here. Our room again. I'm a bit stumped, like, what am I supposed to do right now?
Feel free to explore the courtyard, Dr. Watson. I'm sure it will.
Are we supposed to, like, mind palace this? Yeah, okay. How to lure Gygax out of her office? I have no clue, honestly. Okay, apparently the testimony and the patient's reports were the right idea. Doesn't make any sense, and we're out of ideas. Okay. Maybe we have to do that. He's a very important patient. Let's look at the photograph again. Professor Bector, Dr. Who, Professor Gygax. Hello? There we go. I don't know, maybe he's on there or something. Yeah, he's likely on there. Okay. There we go. Wolf is the former director of Black Edelweiss, Professor Becker. The previous director suffers from severe memory issues but still retains the ability to write. Use Becker to distract Gygax. Becker can still write. Perhaps he can get Gygax's attention with a letter. Oh, isn't that just lovely? Like, she completely took away all his memories with an operation because she wasn't happy with him not being happy how she treated patients. Isn't that amazing?
You won't remember me, but we've met before. I'm Dr. John Watson, and you are Professor Becker. You were the previous director of this facility, the Black Edelweiss.
Professor, really? Actually, that name does sound familiar. Wait. Let me write it down. I try to recall memories through writing, but they always feel just out of reach.
As a matter of fact, I have more for you to jot down.
Oh, yes. Yes, please, anything.
Professor Gygax did this to you. She made you forget everything, even who you are. But we will play a trick on her. We will write a letter so that she learns her lesson. Put down what I dictate. Dear Professor Gygax, your vile work has ruined countless lives through needless suffering. Your methods serve nothing but to show your own sick emotional state. You are not, as you so claimed, the future of the Edelweiss, and you never were. And by the time you make it to my cell, the police will already know the truth of how you came to be director of this asylum. Signed, Professor Becker.
There. It's done. Now, hold on a minute. Who are you?
My name is John Watson. I'm a doctor from London, a veteran of Afghanistan, and I wish to be a writer, though deep down I fear I lack the talent. And presently I'm risking my life to help my brilliant detective flatmate in the pursuit of a cult of kidnappers, even as I fear it may destroy him. I'm tired and hungry, and I have not had a good bath in weeks, and yet despite it all, I feel alive. Any more questions?
Good heavens, sir. You're as mad as they come.
Amen. But we have the letter. I think. And we still cannot choose that. Okay. I hope it will provoke her. I hope I chose the right things. I don't know if it makes so much of a difference.
One of the patients asked me to deliver this note. It's for Professor Gygax.
Thank you, Doctor. Leave it with me. A letter for you.
Unbelievable. Kunz, with me.
Yeah, because he's supposed to have forgotten. Either way. We want this.
Close, but I don't think this is the key.
Shit.
This is too small to be what Holmes asked for.
In diary, huh? December 1879. It has been 3 months since I took over the device from Becker. Not all my colleagues approve of the rule changes, so I'm not the only professor here. No matter, the hiring of several strong nurses will solve the personnel shortage. Alas, my work can't flourish without the impairment of this lesser mind. Welcome, bot. Bye, bot. March 1880. The first payment has arrived from our... Oh, dear gods pose risks, but the possibilities are endless. He's true to his words. May 1880. The first shipment of chosen ones has arrived. R has sent a vast selection of broken minds. The work ahead will be difficult, but undoubtedly useful for my research as well. 2 birds with 1 stone. I think it was supposed to be closed, but that's okay. The professor recently took possession of a collection of rare gems on behalf of our mutual acquaintance. The gems have now been sold to the Louisiana jewelers, who made several offers far exceeding our experts' estimated stone's value. The final sale price agreed upon for the 11 gems was 12,550 Swiss francs. Client has instructed that you receive 2/3 of the sum transferred to your solicitors as per usual. As always, our discretion is assured, and we look forward to continue business with you and your illustrious patron. Yours sincerely, Geoffrey Scott, representative of the probably Edelweiss? No, EW. Gray Banking House, New Orleans, USA, January 9th. 1882. Thank you. Oh, look at that. How about this?
Relief about 2 inches in diameter. This must be what Holmes was after.
We really want to leave now. Or do we?
Nothing special about this.
Is there more? I don't think there's more. I think we want to leave. To the kitchen. That looked like something backwards. Yeah. No, this is the... Wrong way, I'm going the wrong way. There we go, Küche. Oh, the lady's gone. The rats are still here though, that's fine. Down, down, down we go. Fascinating mechanical work. Okay. Schoolroom. Broken tooth, liquor enamel.
Adult male, likely lost in a beating. Only a couple of days old. The inside of the cuff is worn. It's been used often. The writing is mostly gone. Phonetic symbols, perhaps. A wax cylinder. There is something recorded on it.
Indeed, maybe we shall find the thing that plays it. Also, I love wax cylinder recordings. Yeah, they're just a bit, Well, try to look at him.
Oh, the spell. Judging by the remnants of blood and flesh, these instruments were used for dismemberment.
Lovely.
Dear God, is that body parts?
In some kind of acid or something. Making a back at you, gaze into the abyss, huh? I don't know if I want to have the abyss stare back at me. Professor, trust my guide. The light of the abyss, where he shall enlighten our chosen ones. Make sure he is present and that our chosen utter nothing but the sacred words. And the trance will begin and we will be an inch closer. I think it's so. And so the trance will begin and we will be an inch closer to the universe beyond. Your work is essential as my of our flock do not speak our language and times of the essence. It will be best to work in groups, performing at least one seance per day for a week. Of course, the most skeptical members will have to be tamed by your hands. In the meantime, my work continues on a physical method to maintain the trance state through the middle light waves of colored lenses. Finally, my men in New Orleans will contact you regarding the new shipment of Chosen. Make room for them as you have done before. The bank has the gems. My masters ordered me to send the first shipment of Chosen Ones. They will arrive within 2 weeks. Do not vex. Notebook of Professor Gygax. The new method has started to show progress. The success rate is 4 out of 10, and the failures are not responding to any external stimuli. Nevertheless, the phonetic system can be declared as an undeniable success. Regardless of their native language or place of origin, individuals learn to speak the chant without flaw. They learn it quickly and fluently, despite lacking all mental autonomy. Regrettably, one of the chosen one continues to resist. Isolation and deprivation resulted in a strengthening of their disobedience. Negation only ignited anger, and even after the direct removal of the frontal and temporal lobes, it seems all what's left was an innate desire to resist. This chosen one cannot be allowed to pollute the minds of the others. The conclusion is inescapable. They cannot continue to live. I will see that they are sent to the well.
Looks as if it's been recently used.
not turning. He's supposed to turn up around, but... Keep on Geiger's desk, in the sub-basement. Oh, lovely.
Dynamo machine provides electrical stimulation for the person in the chair.
Yay, brain frying machines. How lovely is that?
Full grain leather straps, impossible to escape.
I like this institution less and less, not that I've liked it before.
Professional brain dissection.
That's what you use the birds for? No! No! Those poor birds! Oh my goodness!
Get out of my head!
Your mind festers, devoid of soul. Find reverence for the one and tremble.
Yay, another mind trip.
Left your surrender your soul and become a servant of madness.
Please! No more! Stop it! Watson! John! Somebody!
Wretched mortal, do not fear what is to come. Let him rupture our world anew. Awaken, and let the
World behold! The light of the abyss is the light from the abyss. Get out of my head.
Well, I would say it's very clear that Cthulhu is meant here. So yay! Lovecraft universe stuff. I wonder if the people that developed this played the Call of Cthulhu as a role-playing thing. I've not played the system myself, but I've been sitting where it was played, like, listening to people playing it. Kind of a fun one. But I got the key to the cellar, which I need to find eventually.
A hydraulic elevator? How ingenious.
Huh. Wait, what? Where? Was that the entrance we used? Or what? It may have been. Oh no, this thing. Yeah, okay. Whoops, wrong key. Okay, we cannot actually go into the mind ring.
Holmes, what are you still doing here? Still? I was trying to find more information. Did you think I was just going to sit in my room twiddling my thumbs?
I only asked you to find the key. I had everything else under control.
Says the man who looks like he saw a ghost.
I'm fine.
And grew a beard randomly again.
Congealed blood and chemicals. What did you see down there?
Never mind me. Where's Gygax?
I'm afraid she's over there. I found her like that when I entered, on my word.
What? She was our biggest lead.
Yet another wrinkle in our investigation. What do we do now, Holmes?
Hush. Let me think.
How about we look at her real quick and then we run because they're gonna say we were that. Okay. Wanted to see who the maker of this was, of the game, real quick. So I was curious if it was actually Frogwares. Okay. Make a lot of the Sherlock Holmes games, yeah. Oh, there's a DS game. They did make a Dracula Love Kills Us, but I cannot see. Apparently they're working on a Lovecraftian game called The Sinking City 2, which is exploring the city of Arkham in the Lovecraftian universe. So it's not Arkham in the sense of Arkham Asylum Batman, it's Arkham in the sense of city in Lovecraft. I forgot there was one like that. Also, there's some free audiobooks from Lovecraft on YouTube, so that's very interesting. Hold on, where? I love when that happens.
No traces of blood on her clothes. Must have got on her white overcoat. The patients here wear the same robes.
Huh. You leave for a bit and come back to a body. Yes. Things died. And honestly, I'm not too sad that they have.
I had nothing to do with this, Holmes, I swear it.
Obviously you didn't.
Heidi, how did it end up here?
Good question.
The local police about this.
You're right, Watson. But first, we need to determine where our case goes next.
But yeah, they do develop a Lovecraftian exploration game, so
Expected to find in this office.
we may wanna maybe eventually check that out, because it will likely take them a while to develop it. But I think it will be quite interesting. Where does the evidence lead next? Let's go. I need to see which one is which. I would say it's the handwritten letter that gives us something. The letter from the New Orleans Bank and the telegram from the New Orleans. In the US, several pieces of evidence now point to New Orleans. It appears that the kidnappers have enlisted the service of the banking house of E.W. Gray to sell gems. Also, we know that the investigator came somewhere from there, so on to New Orleans.
Got what we needed, Watson. This conspiracy reaches further than we thought. I don't suppose you've ever been to New Orleans?
You are joking.
I seldom do. Let's go. There's no time to waste.
Method to his madness, complete chapter 3.
There's nothing in this world that cannot be explained with logic and reason. Nothing in this world.
Holmes? You seem troubled.
I'm not troubled, Watson. I am preoccupied.
That place was awful. Inhumane. It would be natural to experience some feelings of shock or fear.
Men reduced to gibbering imbeciles, numbed beyond recognition, powerless to help themselves. When a doctor does go wrong, they are the first of criminals. They have the nerve and they have the knowledge.
That woman did not deserve the title. Such casual cruelty for such selfish aims.
I knew another man like that once. He treated my mother, perhaps even killed her, depending on who you ask.
My sincere condolences.
In the end, she was just a shadow of herself. The outline of the person I recognized, but lacking all else. She was pushed until she cracked. Should you see me cracking, John, I must ask you to intervene.
Nothing compels us to pursue this matter further, Sherlock. We can return to London, report what we have discovered. Let more capable hands take over.
There are no more capable hands.
Were we to abandon our quest now, I fear no other would succeed.
Also, to those who are curious what he meant with his mother's death, well, you need to check out chapter 1 then. It's not canon, but in this universe apparently, yes.
Nevertheless, be the work of men. And that is a work I have studied well.
So be it.
Honestly, I think this... I don't know, maybe...
One request. Kindly omit my mother and her suffering from your tale.
Of course.
No, he didn't. But we read the other tale, technically. But the thing is, like... I think, like, within the universe it makes sense, but originally there was never much of his family. I mean... There was... a nymph of Lucy, yeah. There was some descriptions. Chapter 4, The Outsiders. New Orleans. Well, there's some pastries we need to eat here.
I can certainly use some of this New World eat.
Do not get carried away, Watson. What we could certainly use are answers to my questions.
I know, but you look exhausted. Why didn't we find the hotel first?
We shall rest when our investigation is over, and not a moment sooner.
You should maybe shave still, but hey.
I search for the bank.
As you wish.
Oi! Stop it, you! Our luggage!
Good Lord, what have you done? That's my stuff.
I'm sorry, mister. It was an accident.
Sure it was. So yeah, another train, and spoiler alert, it's the same model we've seen before, so that means, yay. Okay, who's the jewel seller, I guess? I wanted to see, but we cannot change clothes here. Hi.
Where you at, gentlemen? Here to enjoy yourselves?
No, not really. Maybe later. What a weird thing.
Is this familiar to you?
You're a lucky man. I know about this.
Van can be found on the street up from the port on the left side of the Harbour Master building opposite Chinatown. Okay. Street up from the port, left side of the Harbour Master building. But yeah, not very trained that's here, like, that makes sense. I mean, like, it looks like a train, but I don't know. Train levels beware. Betzenheim's warehouse.
Black opals being auctioned at the banking house of E.W. Gray.
More about the auction, nice. So it's the same poster as we have here. Look for missings until last seen in Chinatown. New Orleans Sheriff Department.
More people missing here, too. Our ship leaves tomorrow morning. No room for sightseeing then.
Yeah, considering there may be the abductees on there. Newsstand.
May I ask you something?
It isn't possible for me to help you. I'm sorry.
You're very into your newspapers, I can tell. Okay, well... I assume that this is the harbor... Union? Oh no, Union Station, huh? There's an onboard bridge. And Grab and Sons, McFinley, Lumberfire Coal. Just looking around to make sure I can like memorize at least a bit of this layout, but I have the feeling it's gonna be a larger police department. Tobacco pawn shop. See, the pawn shop might be interesting. Yeah, it looks like what we saw in the Edelweiss institution, doesn't it? That's Chinatown Banking House, EWA.
Mr. Frank Barnaby, right? Auction's about to start.
My fella. Some tabloid Lincoln. Okay, and a gun. That is not it. What we need to. There we go. Something in the pocket. Sandwich. Guard at the bank's rear character throwing a sandwich in his pocket to save time while reading Abraham Lincoln alive. Makes him a critical thinker. Questions everything, even the truth. Myopia is a result of constant reading to the detriment of one's health. Guard at the bank's rear character throwing a sandwich in his pocket while reading Abraham Lincoln alive. Makes the guard paranoid full of bad taste. I think he may be a critical thinker. Maybe.
You have me mistaken, sir. My name...
If you ain't Frank Barnaby, you ain't coming in.
Listen, the fate of many lives is at stake.
I'm sure it is.
So, not going to let me in then?
No name, no invitation, no entry.
He would have checked me anyways, even if I said I'm the person, so, yeah.
Over here! Closed auction, gems sold. By invitation only.
Any luck?
None. They're holding an auction, invitation only. The good news is, I know who might have one. We need to find Mr. Barnaby.
Who?
Frank Barnaby, most likely a local.
And do you think Mr. Barnaby will be happy to share his invitation?
Let us first find him, then we can see if he is the generous type.
He'll likely want something in return. So I have the feeling he may be Murdoch, not trespassing. Maybe a person from some kind of shop or something. Let's check if we can find something. See, Paget Barber Shop. Pianos and organs.
May I ask you something?
My dear fella, you're talking to the right man.
Nice. I can say that he owns a shop in Chinatown called Barnaby's Hidden Gems. Well. What a coincidence.
How marvelous, Holmes. A city within a city.
Indeed. Those lanterns are delightful. It is as though we have been transported to the Orient itself.
I'll just find the shop. Well. Can we not?
Locked. No one's here.
Hello? Can we not, like, look at the sign? Okay, apparently not really much.
Rather unassuming for a jewelry store.
Damn, he at it again. Barnaby still owes you. If he can't pay...
Banking House of E.W. Gray will be hosting a closed auction, Black Opals. The bank doesn't disclose the origin of the rare stones. However, the bank clerk Mrs. Zoe Clemens has confirmed the authenticity elasticity of each stone. My brain's fine, but the feeling there's a lot. For some reason, like, the first part went by quickly, but this feels like it's starting to feel like it's dragging on anything a little bit.
I'm bone tired, but yeah, I'll help you.
Two gentlemen say that Barnaby owes the money. He's an alcoholic and is currently getting drunk at the local bar called the Giddy Gator on the Creole Quarter. He can be recognized by a yellow hat and green jacket. Creole Quarter. Well, I like Chinatowns. They're a fascinating place. I have the feeling the Creole Quarters are likely at the docks somewhere. Let's just look how far we can go here. I haven't checked yet. Look, a Litfaßsäule, as we call them in Germany. They actually don't really exist anymore here, sadly. Oh, look at that.
There's a Spartan charm, does it not? It does. My soul will always yearn for London's gloom, but it reminds me of Cordona in a nice way.
Does it now? I didn't like Cordona much. I mean, like, nothing against Cordona. It was more of like a...
Barnaby, unconscious but with his eyes open.
Making House of E.W. Gray. We in Louisiana? We're in New Orleans, so... yes. How are you doing? Nice to see you. Mr. Barnaby, the banking house of E.W. Gray invites you to participate in a closed auction. Please contact our employee to receive more information. We strongly urge you to wear...
Look, Watson, the two of you are just alike. Oh, great. So I look like a haggard alcoholic. Eureka! What have you got? An idea. First, we'll need Mr. Barnaby's clothes.
And then we're gonna...
Holmes.
give them to Watson.
Time is of the essence. You will go to the bank, not as yourself, but as Frank Barnaby.
Holmes, we look nothing alike.
The hat and coat will do the heavy lifting. Just stay cool, play the part, and no one will notice the difference. Trust me.
Mm-hmm.
Holmes, must we really indulge in this farce?
It worked in Switzerland, didn't it?
Sure, if you redefine the word worked.
I mean, it did work, but also, we discovered things that are... I have a bad feeling every time I see those kind of chests, but hey. I may just get paranoid here.
Where's my cash, Frank? In the bartender's tip jar?
Okay, so they do think that he's here. That's good. Well, then.
Where's the money, Barnaby?
I'll wait here so as not to arouse suspicion.
Mr. Barnaby.
Right you are. Shop owner.
Right. Your invitation, sir?
Here you go.
You okay, sir? Seem to have the jumps.
I'm in a rush.
Come on in.
Well, and again, Watson's involved in all of this.
I've never seen gems so big. I simply must have them.
Do you know anything about this?
I'm so sorry. I can't be of help.
No, we don't need to have the evidence pinned at the moment anymore, so that's fine. Black Opal, origin Australia, weight 40 carats, rare stone believed to be a piece of uncharted space rock that fell on Earth.
They're so black, it's like they absorb light. Rather hypnotic.
Yeah, but also the, like, Model looks more like an amber mixed with something, but hey. Not too mad, not too mad.
Sorry, I'm just dealing with another client's request. Please wait a moment.
Okay. We can look around things. No pass. So what are we supposed to do now?
I know. Exciting, ain't it? I'll be right with you.
Okay, guess I need to...
Can I ask you a question?
I'm so sorry. I can't be of help.
May I ask for your assistance?
I'm sorry, but I've never heard of that.
There's very few people here.
I don't want to disappoint you, but I'm clueless.
Do you know anything about this?
It isn't possible for me to help you. I'm sorry.
Feel free to look around while I finish up.
Can I ask you a question?
You better ask someone else about that.
Where am I supposed to look around?
This might be useful. I'll make a note.
Banking House EW Group. Links to the fine philanthropist. Our Carter French Quarter, huh? R. Carter. We're looking not for an R. No, we're looking for a, I think a B, right? A, no, A. Arnson's Armitage, maybe. We don't know.
Morning, sir, and welcome to the EW Gray Banking House. The auction will begin shortly. Name's Zoe Clemens, and I'd be delighted to help you.
Pleasure to meet you.
Nice glasses.
I am Frank Barnaby. I do have some questions, if you don't mind. These gems are rather...
The way to feed Panda. Panda is Floo. You just cannot change the name. So you can claim, treat, and hydrate Floo in the points selection. Sadly, again, you cannot rename the bot, but yeah. Panda is our little dragon on the top left.
Forgive my curiosity, but who was the previous owner?
Sir, I ain't at liberty to disclose them details.
Look at our little dragon. It's happy. And it roasting its food. Saves on work for the people feeding, right?
It doesn't say where these stones came from. No provenance, no previous owner. I'm starting to suspect they were illegally procured.
What? We would never. I can assure you these gems were bought from one of New Orleans' most upstanding citizens, a philanthropist no less. If you would like to know more, I could get my manager.
You old dog, Barnaby. Didn't think you'd sober up for the auction. An hour ago, you were 3 sheets to the wind.
Oh, you know, I hold my liquor better than most. And the auction was an important business opportunity.
Thanks for the hydration redeem.
Business opportunity. Ha. What have you done with the real Barnaby?
Well, maybe I'm drunker than I thought, mister.
Mister? What's wrong, Frank? You're looking pale. Don't you recognize your old pal, Grub?
Sheriff, maybe? Likely. Sheriff Grub. Golden Revolver Champion, Proud Poser, nice. Virtual Hat, oversized. Luxurious textile, for appearance. See, Watson, you're not too bad. Polished nails. Fashionable or hates getting dirty? Sheriff grabs law in New Orleans. He's fairly eccentric, looking after its nails, appearance, and image. However, just the cover for his true nature is a remorseless and highly powerful individual in the local community. He uses his image to distract and disguise his true nature. Sheriff Grops is actually a barking, toothless dog. The man attempts to make the impression that he's an important figure in the life of New Orleans. However, he's just a small cog in a governmental machine. In fact, the sheriff feels so uncomfortable and displeased with his role that he tries to compensate with ridiculous tournaments, fashionable looks, and threatening behavior. The thing is, he's here at the special auction, and although he flaunts his stuff, I don't know, I would say he's a toothless dog.
Sorry, Sheriff, but I don't have time for this.
Now, Frank, when I'm talking to you, everything else waits. If I want to talk, you talk. If I say jump, you say off which pier. Do we understand each other?
Yes, sir.
Good. Now, while I have you, there's the matter of your outstanding fines. I've been more than reasonable, but I'm afraid the bills come due.
Fines? Right. I'm afraid I don't have anything on me.
That's funny. Ain't you at the auction? I weren't born yesterday, Frank. Now, assault, battery, disorderly conduct, that's serious stuff. You got off easy, but if you don't pay up, things get a whole lot worse.
Look, Sheriff, I'm not actually...
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Think careful now, 'cause Frank Barnaby only owes us cash. But fraud, impersonation, that's weasel behavior. And you know what we do to weasels round these parts. Feed 'em to the gators. So, Frank, what's it gonna be?
Here's all I have.
And it's like the British pound.
Mighty fine of you. The people of this parish deserve peace. They don't take kindly to visitors. Don't miss that boat tomorrow morning, Doctor.
Doctor, huh? How? Yeah, he knows. Great. Well, but he's kind of fine with us doing this then? Well, okay.
Mr. Barnaby, were you wanting to submit a bid?
I think we're done here. Well, shoot. Yeah, indeed.
I told you, Holmes. I told you it was a bad plan. Now we're penniless and wanted criminals.
Hysteria gets us nowhere, Watson. Tell me what happened.
The sheriff saw right through me. He knew who I was from the start. Extorted me for every coin I had.
Bah, all that matters is what you learned about the gems.
I shan't discuss it while still wearing that blighter's clothes. I'm going back to the boat to get changed.
Okay. Well, I guess let's go back to the boat then. To get changed into more fitting apparel, because he looks like a bird. Like a parrot or something. Just a tiny bit. But yeah, I guess a decent bit of the game now is gonna be here, considering how large this piece is. Fisherman's Quarter, that's not where I wanna go. Go to the right. Oh, they're laying a horsey. I just like to lay and sit like that a lot in this game. Don't know how healthy that is, but hey. I guess in the heat here, not surprising though. Yay, I'm sure that's safe. Better run down here, huh?
A pox on the crew. You know, I think the look actually compliments you. Why bother changing it?
Can we change here? Okay, apparently not.
A pox on the crew.
No. No! Was that your luggage again? I don't understand. We just got it back in order.
Oh, lovely. It's floating. Can we reach that pier? Let's try. Unless we have to stay in this stupid outfit.
Forget the sheriff. I'm sure it was simply bluster and bloviation.
So, what do we do now? Hey there, doggo. But yeah, I'd say that was definitely our luggage.
Oh, bollocks, now our clothes are in the bloomin' water.
It was like the luggage had legs of its own. Oh, Mr. Pratchett will have my head.
I ain't sure what you did to the sheriff, but it must have been something real hairy to have him chuck your luggage off the pier.
With respect, Liz, have we met before?
If you were the real Frank Barnaby, yeah, we would have. But where are my manners? I'm Lucy. And you are?
John, I didn't mean to be rude. I've just had a difficult day, miss.
Well, it's barely noon. And you've already made an enemy in Sheriff Grubb. The man starves his gators just in case someone crosses him. John who?
Watson.
Well, Johnny, if you plan on sticking around, you better change that suit, or Frank's reputation will catch up with you. And then you'll be a John Doe.
I think one of those gators is currently devouring my spare clothes.
You've got yourself in a fine pickle. All right, come on board the Nymph of Louisiana, and I'll sort you something to wear.
The nymph? Is that what it sounds like? Why are you helping me?
Well, let's just say you ain't the only one who's had run-ins with the sheriff. Way I see it, this city deserves better. Now quit your stalling and head on over to the Nymph. I'll be in room 6.
This Mr. Barnaby is proving rather useful. Perhaps you're not so different after all.
Ouch.
Word, Holmes, and I'll hand you over to the sheriff.
Sorry, was that John talking or Frank?
Oh, go annoy someone else while I visit the nymph.
Oh, how about you punch him? That works wonders sometimes.
At you. All dressed up with nowhere to go.
I can't thank you enough. As I was saying, our journey has hardly gone to plan. We seem no closer to finding our missing people than when we left.
Well, if there were anything to know, Champagne will know it. She's across everything in New Orleans. Look for her in the fisherman's village behind the Creole Quarter.
Thank you again, Lucy. I shall make my way there now.
Good luck, Johnny. Keep out of trouble.
Well, well, well. Oh my goodness, his, Okay, it's fine now.
Forgive me, Watson. The difference is plain as day. What a remarkable transformation from Barnaby.
His hair did some weird stuff there.
Maybe you can explain why you used to roll just one sleeve up. Did you get bored halfway through?
Maybe he did. wondering why she has that. Okay, let's go. The champagne, huh? Well, let's try to find that lady. In the fisherman's village. We accidentally kind of went there earlier. Oh, the horse is standing again, that's nice. Well, then. Fisherman's village, huh? Let's ask around a bit. I love the swamps. Kind of look really cool. Cannot ask her.
Tocqueville? Lafayette! Hush now. No offense here. Them two don't take kindly to gents. Especially foreigners. How can champagne help you?
Hunter.
Trip to the bayou? Feeding a huge crocodile?
Some other time, perhaps. Word has it, you know everything that goes on round these parts.
Maybe. Maybe not. What you want to know?
The bank in town recently purchased a valuable collection of gemstones from a wealthy man. What do you know of it?
Sure. I hear everything. This time I tell you for free. Next time, you pay.
Okay.
Thank you.
May have been 1-2 weeks ago. Rich man's butler sold him some black opals.
And this rich man is?
Don't know his name, only that he from the French Quarter. Folk back in town could take you there. That's all I know. You need a boat? I hire 'em out for dollars. Or a bottle of you-know-what.
Thank you for the offer and the help.
Maybe we have to come back to that eventually, but for now... Guess let's go.
Can I ask you a question?
No, I not heard about that. Sorry.
Don't search for champagne. We want to go to the French quarters. Oh, look, a piggy. How is the cabbage surviving that? Okay, I guess that's just a discovery. Like honestly, how's the cabbage surviving that at all?
Can you satisfy my curiosity?
I know a lot, but not this.
Aww. Also, look at this. It's a kid. I knew.
Do you know anything about this?
No. First off,
I don't suppose that this will be it at all. No, it is. Most likely Mr. Ian is an... Most likely the jewelry seller who stands behind the A in the telegram from Edelweiss Institute is E. Arneston from the French Quarter. Well. I suppose... It's off to the French Quarter then.
Can you satisfy my curiosity?
oh, I've had talk.
Passerby suggests using a cap near the Harbour Master building. Okay. Just realizing something. They're playing a very weird game of, as we like to call it in German, heaven and hell here. makes it easier to throw the stone, I guess, but... There's a cap. I guess we do travel a bit further than here. So far we haven't spent as much time in certain areas as we used to in Cordona, which I'm not too mad about.
French Quarter, and get us there fast.
Also, how's he gonna pay that? I hope he has money. Ah, apparently we completed chapter 4. At least it tested.
You know, Watson, the opulent mansions and stifling heat remind me of my time in the Mediterranean.
Cordona does sound rather magical. Do you think you shall ever return?
I don't know. That place was home to some of my greatest memories and some of my lowest moments.
Yeah, like imagining a imaginary Watson. I'm sure that's helpful. No, no, no. Hello.
Excuse me, miss. Are you all right? What is your name?
Eula, sir.
Waiting for someone, Eula?
Yes, sir. My brother Davy. He works for Mr. Arneson in that mansion yonder. Been 5 days now since I last heard from him.
Oh.
Why all the tears?
Something happened to Davy. I feel it in my bones.
Do you think he may have left the premises?
No, sir. Davy, he ain't like you and me. He's smart in some ways, but he can't talk. Not a word. He's pure and kind.
Fear not. We will look for your brother. One presumes this gate is locked. Is there any other way inside?
There's another entrance through the stables you could try. That's where I meet Davy normally, but I couldn't get in. See, I couldn't find the key. It wasn't in its usual spot. Please hurry, sir. Find him for me.
Ah, another lost person, huh? Well, that's just a tiny bit grim. Chapter 5, The Horror at the Door. Arneson's Mansion. Arneson's? I'm wondering. It's likely to the right somewhere, not to the left. Shouldn't she look that way? Well, how about this? Bisons, buffaloes, well... Stone locked from the inside. Oil traces mud of the news.
I rather wish my lockpicks had not been lost in the river.
Along with all our clothes, books, tea.
Of course, the Englishman worry about their tea. Steel, intact, sturdy. Okay. Well, let's see. Back down for a long time. Assume that was where the key was at. Oh. Heavy, covered in dust. Huh. Broken stems, chipped edge. Likely in here.
This must be the key to the stables.
Whatever it... I guess that isn't the user place. Huh, weird. Well, what do we have here?
It's been suffering for days.
It's dehydrated, Holmes. Without water, it will die.
Yay. Lovely. Starts off well.
Cayenne pepper. Half empty. Or as Watson would say, half full. Mr. Arneson's cab is still here.
So his horse is off dying, that's not helpful. The horse dying from thirst in the stables. Severely hydrated and most likely has a heat stroke. Well, well, well. What happened to Davy? Likely not here if the horse is dying. Just observe, but there's no like...
Poor animal has been suffering
So quiet. Yet I doubt there was peace around here.
Well, yes, indeed. What happened here? Because it seems like that Mr. Emerson, you know, I think even a rich man like that would care about his horses. There's no like...
This might be useful.
Yeah.
At least that's one life saved.
I mean, not likely because horses are dehydrated. Their intestines aren't working properly, and that can lead to colics, and that can lead to death due to obstruction and things like that. So, like they're not that easily saved. Horses are very fragile in that regard. Or can be. But we shall see. Let's hope the best for the horse, I guess. Do I know where I'm going? No, but I'm certainly going there. Rod Almstrip Dodd. Oh.
These fingers were severed with a single clean stroke, but I don't see the thumb or middle finger.
It's like the indented palm print. Likely he was reaching for something or something. That's when they were severed. Also, what are the tiny... That's monkeys, right?
Animal prints. I wonder what kind.
He has a monkey. Okay.
Luxurious shoes, size 9.
Yeah. Having a front spike thing. And then there's... Where's the last hint? Sideways here, huh? There.
Boots, size 10.
Huh. Well. Something definitely happened here. Was he fed to the alligators? That's the question. Also, water makes him faint. That's not the... Oh, come on. I thought we can take a couple steps. That's ridiculous. Just I assume they didn't want to program swimming. Thank you for treating our little dragon. But yeah, the leveling system is once we have reached enough levels, we can actually upgrade his color and things like that, and other special things. So yeah, currently working on that. You guys have definitely done well there. Okay. Wherever he jumped there. Yep, that's alligators. Oh, look at it.
A scrap of silk, soft and elegant.
Blood loss. Neither do I. Larger wound. You reckon that man got thrown in here? There's a decent bit of crocodiles here. Lovely. I think he feels more comfortable with this. And I think we feel more comfortable with something else. It's the original outfit. Royal garments, huh? And the doctor's outfit. Ugly beige suit. The worst suit in the game, just awful. I don't think he's that awful. Trouble runs mind and Layton's the wardrobe casual detective. I think actually this outfit is rather good, but... no. Shaving would be lovely. Well, that's not an option in this state of game, so... At least Watson looks normal again, and here I thought they're close. You didn't catch if I played chapter 1? Yes, I did. That was the one I played before this, and I didn't really like it. So, yeah. We've been in Cordona. It was actually the first game that I halfway recorded, or started recording my streams like a year ago. So, yeah. Like, I think almost, like, practically a year ago, right?
Size 10, the owner's footprints were shallow. Look here, Doctor. 2 sets of footprints left by the same person, yet they vary in depth. What do you conclude?
Perhaps they arrived empty-handed, but left carrying something heavy.
Precisely. I'll make a detective of you yet, Watson.
I've completed that.
There's blood here.
Yeah, there is a decent bit. But yeah, we played it, or I played it. The thing is, like, this game makes a bit more sense, like, original Sherlock Holmes wise. I like the original Sherlock Holmes and, like, character story and all that. But,
No way in.
thought so, I just wanted to check. Okay. I just wanted to take a look around here, but yeah. Seems like we need to do the back door. But yeah, the thing is, there was some interesting part, like when a Vogel's, well, parties, things like that. But, yeah, that's not what I meant to do. But, like, the rest of Cordona stuff, I don't know, it was a bit too far-fetched for me for...
I know. Be prepared for anything.
Like, for Sherlock Holmes, in a way. Doesn't quite fit too much. This one fits way more. So far, I really enjoy this much more. Lovely. Another pig's head.
Watson, would you please lend me your medical expertise?
I'll do my best.
Well. Clearly stabbed.
An enormous blow shattered her ribcage. Blooded, broken nails. The poor woman tried to put up a fight.
Obviously. In this case. And yay.
Extremely sharp and deadly. A wound like this could only be dealt by a man of incredible strength.
And cruelty.
Yeah. 2 cups, huh?
Tea for 2. An odd glimpse of normalcy amid the horror. A used kitchen towel.
Hey. Likely the stable guy, so likely the brother. I assume he was working in the stables, that is. Frick.
I will need your help one more time, Doctor.
No, he's the stables guy, but he's not the brother.
Rigor mortis has passed.
Another stab wound.
Stab reached the man's heart.
I actually think it was one of the last ones before I started. No, I started recording in the middle of it, like episode 4 or something. It's actually when I started recording the streams at all. Hold on, let me... Switch account. Let's go to my watch, and I can't remember if I actually uploaded it or not. Videos? Oldest. Catching Steelix and Pokemon Ranger. Okay, the first thing I did was upload the Zelda series. Okay. Never mind then. I didn't upload it, but I remember it was one I did record. And I did, the thing is like, it was one of the first ones I recorded, but I think because it was like broken up, I did never like put it out onto the thing. I just released it in the, some of the words were very broken, like some of the recordings. So I released it at the time. No, it isn't in the VOD channel. It was in the Twitch VODs. It was one of the first Twitch VODs I released, and I did record parts of it, but the recording was shit, to be frank. But it was like the first one that I actually like recorded, like as a VOD. But yeah, it never got uploaded. I know, because that was like my test game. Like halfway through, I started when we were I started recording when we were with the elephant thing.
You are mostly right, but I would bet he died 5 days ago. Heat and humidity will have accelerated decomposition.
But yeah, I remember like that I started the recording like when we stood in front of the elephant thing. That was right before the chicken police, I think. But yeah, it stood before the elephant case, or like even before that, like when we went there to like start it, like the first part of it, and then that was when I started recording. But yeah, it didn't work out, so I decided to not upload it, since at that point that was like episode 4 already. But yeah, I guess I never really mentioned that. That was my trial thing, but hey. Circular scratch marks and wax drops. Candle.
The candle was burning when it fell.
Yeah, likely.
A trail of wax leads to the door.
Okay, so it likely happened like in the evening or something when it was dark.
Someone smaller walked over these boot prints.
Yeah. Okay. Servant's room isn't open. Door with a horse symbol, that's also not open. Trail and dust, blood droplet. Mr. Ernsten, I'm happy to know that you like the work carried out on your study room. It was a challenge and the most difficult job I've done. The lock was handmade to create a mechanism in accordance with your requirements. I added a magnetic bezel that must be activated to open the lock. As requested, it's hard to see the keyhole if you don't know where to look. Tell your friends about me, thank you. J.G.Lock. Lock and Sons Locksmithery. What a name! Okay, let's see. No. It wasn't a pig, it was likely a man. Likely the smaller man or something. Stabbed. Don't think that counts as stabbed. I have to move this, but I think we haven't found the last clue yet. No. Since she defended herself, so it was likely like this. Yeah, that's more likely. Okay, there's only 2 options here. Like that. I haven't been upstairs. Likely like that. Why he watched them. And that means this is likely an axe, or I assume this will be a knife instead of an axe, but we shall see. And then some more in the hallway here, from where we started. Nope. More likely. I think without the candle. I think the candle was from the other person. But either way, we haven't been upstairs yet. Nice artwork. Huh. Weird artwork. Is that a bird? I think that's a hanging duck or something. Looks like it.
A dashing portrait of Mr. Arneson.
1978. Okay. Cigars, smoking. Dear friend, letter from Lakovka. The boy is a genius, despite the infraction of formula he recreated it himself. That it's a function that young students have serious trouble with. Your Davy is a prodigy. What surprised me even more is that when I ask him any question, the boy writes answers that are your direct quotes or mine. His memory is impeccable. I know you took the boy under your wing to take care of him, but I'm asking you to let me hold some lessons with him. I truly believe that with your help, this boy can try and change the world. Lakovka. Whoever this Lakovka is, likely a professor or somebody. Louisiana wetlands.
Even I'd struggle.
Okay. Not what I meant to do. Interesting choice of imagery above the bed.
I wouldn't give for a nice bath right now, Holmes.
You will be sweat through again, considering how humid it is here, so likely not too helpful. That is fancy. That's a very cool image. Look at that lizard. I'm not too avid in lizard knowledge, so I have no clue which one that is, but looks really pretty.
Fauna of Louisiana. Full of things that bite, no doubt.
Farmer's Guide, huh? New Orleans store.
Foreigners missing in New Orleans.
It's nothing to do with the Pied Piper.
Arneson and Davy seem to have got along well. Looks more like a son than a servant. Arneson and Davy, 1881.
So he's been there for quite a while now. Scissors. Dear Errol, I do want you to find what you're looking for, but I can't deny that my misgivings are growing with each passing day. I fear the worst. I'm worried about you, about what you're doing. My heart stops when I think about where you look for your answers. Would have given them to you. I would have given anything so you might stop disappearing. Errol, please, you must stop. We have something beautiful together. Isn't that enough? I hope to hear from you soon. I love you, L.
Note the blade, Watson.
Yeah. It's more of the blade I would have suggested that was. Did the boy actually then? There's nothing in here. Well, that paints a new picture. So that's quite clear. So now we have one more option now. Yep, that's more likely. Oh, I missed that. Intercepted a strange telegram sent to Ashmat. It's utterly cryptic and I cannot make head or tails of it. The main man confirmed the telegram was definitely for Ashmat, so you must know what it means. The rest of the note is unreadable.
Burnt papers, now completely unreadable. The bent end of this candlestick has blood on it.
And then let's try and figure this one out first. Now, he was likely holding a glass, not a bottle. Or a cigar, that could be it. Cigar could be it. Sitting there's one down there. And then he was hit by the candlestick like that. It's likely like this. He might have had a candlestick, but I don't know if he did. I guess he hit him with the candlestick, but there's no candle there. So if there's an option with blade and candlestick, don't think there is though. It was in the with the candlestick, yes. Playing some clue here. So I don't know. I would say he just has the knife without the candlestick, but could be wrong. And also that's likely the corpse of the yep. We shall see. It may be that the no, I was right.
Entered through the back door at night, leaving mud traces in the hallway. Without being noticed, they picked up a candlestick and struck the man in the chair from behind.
Likely the own of the people.
The workman and cook.
Of the mansion.
They were startled by the noise of a falling body and went to investigate the parlor. The workman tried to subdue the intruder, but was stabbed by the attacker's knife. Judging by the wound, it was a curved blade. The cook panicked and fled back to the kitchen. The intruder followed, but since their blade was stuck in the workman, they used the meat cleaver on the table to kill her. Someone smaller arrived and discovered the carnage. They dropped the candlestick in horror and ran for safety to a room down the hallway. Meanwhile, the intruder returned to his first victim and dragged their stunned body away from the fireplace and out into the garden.
Which is where they were left. Need to figure the store out, but I don't think we can right now. An animal near the severed fingers. The animal left small paw prints. Animal weighs around 12 pounds. Search this in the archives. It's likely a mammal. Primate? Vermin or small dog. Mighty mammal. I don't know what. There we go. Raccoon, huh? rodent. Increasing numbers of raccoons in urban areas has provoked diverse reactions on humans, ranging from hostility at their presence to concerned care. Close proximity to humans results in behavioral changes in how raccoons live and interact with people. For many generations, humans and raccoons have developed an invisible ecosystem that the animals now rely upon when finding food. Raccoons are found of stealing food from local households. They typically nest inside tree cavities, phone deadlocks, and other secure and isolated places. Raccoons usually do not prey on domestic cats or dogs, but isolated cases of attacks have been reported. The majority of attacks are as a result of rabies that can afflict raccoons. To protect your household against raccoons, you might consider certain strong scents. Spice smells can be used as an easy and effective raccoon smell repellent. Likely why there was the cayenne pepper in the stables. A small bottle of cayenne pepper mixed with gallons of water provides quite a powerful mixture to repel white raccoons. Spray this plants, bushes, and other vegetation. If you're trying to deter raccoons from prowling chicken coops, spray around the perimeter as well. If you don't have any cayenne, Epsom salt is a good alternative at just 15 cents per brick. No, 0.15 cents per brick. I guess that still means 15. I want to see what the log thinks about. And then we shall see. Study room on the first floor has an interesting painting. Yeah. Actually, let's go into the study room first. Before I do anything. For the painting, I wanna... I think it means that, or does it mean... Yes. This I also find interesting. But I guess there's no, like... Yeah, there's nothing else we can do here. Guess let's check out the door again. I guess we cannot do much here.
What horrors happened here?
Okay, I guess we'll need to finish the Mind Palace first or something. Two new outfits, huh? Nah, stick with this. What happened to Davy? Likely wrong, likely. Or with a boy. He's likely in the room with the horse head thing. He retreated and barricaded himself in. He's behind the door. How to learn the content of the burnt message? Well... either that or the horse symbol thing. Okay, we cannot find the content here yet. Let's go back. Where's Arneson currently? Likely dead. I presume that any of these fit. Maybe one of them will. But I don't think there's anything that will fit. So, yeah. Let's try to go and talk to the boy. This sounds very wet and disgusting. Yeah, it's a very disgusting sound when you...
Davy? Please open the door.
After all this, Holmes, I doubt the young man would open the door to a stranger.
Well then, let's get his sister here, even though it's... I don't know if she should see this. I think that's just a bit... you know, cruel. But yeah, let's go to her. Shoot. Where is she? Uh-oh. I would say we came at the right time. What happened here?
Ligature marks on her neck. There'll be a bruise, but she should be okay.
The letter. Do you think that in the city the life of one English detective is worth more than that of a maidservant? Final warning, Mr. Holmes. Gruff. Okay, well.
Watson, speak to me. How is she?
We were just in time, Holmes.
Yeah, shit happened.
Eula is stable, but lucky to be alive. We should take her to a hospital for a further examination.
Yes. I fear I was wrong, Watson. The sheriff is not a man to be underestimated. To lynch an innocent woman just to send a message, it's evil. We're not safe in this city, nor is anyone around us.
Then we must not dawdle. Help me get Eula to her feet.
No, no. I will not leave here without Davy.
Miss, please, we must get you help.
No, I will not be deterred. I will get my brother and bring him home.
If my deductions are correct, Davy lies behind this door. He ought to be unhurt, but is no doubt shaken.
Also, Watson was wrong, or I was wrong about the
Davy, you there?
Inspector video.
We understand what you witnessed before. It's safe now. You're safe. Please, let us in. Your sister wants to see you.
Everything will be all right. I promise.
Yeah, them gentlemen speak the truth. Just open the door. Big sister's here for you. Davy, oh, come here, you. Thanks, sirs. Lord bless your souls.
Let me examine him, miss. I want to make sure he is unharmed.
Remember, he may be mute, but he still understands you.
Red Eyes hasn't slept for days, understandably. Especially if there's a murder going on. Talent Haggard, starving in shock. Yeah, makes sense. Shallow breathing. Healing bruise. Torn pocket. Davy's been left malnourished at home for the last 5 days, barricaded inside this room and fear of his life. Fortunately, he's physically unharmed. However, if Davy hadn't been treated well before the terrible event that led to Arnesten's disappearance. Davy has been left sorry for the latter, and if lived a good child, he has fresh bruise from fall bound the torn pocket just the result of his active lifestyle. I would say no.
I cannot find any cuts or wounds, but the bruise suggests life here was tough for the boy. I'm not surprised he hid. You must understand, Holmes, he is still young.
I assume that they forced him to learn or something.
No, Watson, you've misunderstood. The boy's stronger than you think, and Arneson certainly didn't mistreat him.
Huh.
Don't mind him, Davy. Just tell me this. One of the photographs
I
upstairs...
was pretty sure he wasn't mistreated, but like the clothes suggested that, so whatever.
He is the one behind it, all right? Good. Please, write his name. And one last thing. The room with an image of a bell on its door may hold important answers. Do you know a way in?
That's the room with the secret.
Yes, that will do. Sterling job, Davy.
Ashmat, huh? Okay. So the name of the person is likely Ashmat.
Oh, Davy. Things you must have gone through.
Okay, also, yeah, I just thought based on Watson's appearances, but I guess not. Or not appearances, deductions, but hey. Let's pin the evidence and let's see if we can get into the room. So, the keys are upstairs. And then the double keys. Okay. Okay. Nothing of interest.
Let's take a closer look.
Peculiar form, signet ring, and a protruding part or a button. Well. Oh god, we have to find the code. It must be on the painting, the date or something. Let's see. Or from the letter. 1882. That's what I thought. It's likely a date or something. Let's try. No. Okay. Not it.
Arneson and Davy seem to have got along.
Yeah, that I don't.
Looks more like a son than a servant.
That I don't interest. 1881.
Davy, 1881.
Maybe 1881. Let's try. It's not a painting, but it certainly is the... Oh, does he mean this painting? I don't know if he means this or not.
Davy is calm and collected despite enduring all these horrors. An impressive young man.
No. I'm stumped. I want to find this, but I also don't want to do too much overtime because I'm tired. I tried 1882. I can't see much else here. The deer is bound down, interestingly. Thing is, it said the key, that there was a double-crossed key there. So maybe... No. Any ideas? Like 1882 would have been like... Makes sense, but like... You don't have money. Thing is that it like guided to the painting. But I have no clue how to proceed from here, because there was a double-crossed key there, but maybe I need to turn it around. Let's try that. No. Like, it leads to the picture, but I don't see anything there. Besides the 1882. Should I just look this up? I really have no clue. At all. Chapter 5, there we go. Getting entry, big imagination, head upstairs. Are you kidding me? Okay. So I thought the locked door thing and the description from the locksmith had to do with the door downstairs. Kind of has, but kind of not. I'm packed with chapter 5. Lock, peculiar form, A-shaped. It's not too helpful though. Maybe it's his date on this picture. 1879, you know? No. Okay, well, I'm stumped. I'm stumped. Okay, I had the right clue. I had the absolutely right clue. But apparently it's a 6 instead of an 8. So it's an 1862 instead of an 1882. On the picture. Oh my goodness.
These should come in handy.
keys. Money should also come in handy, but I guess I cannot take them. And files, double-barreled shotgun, 10-gauge Reaper, M142. Additional services, engravings on buttstock, engravings on grip, engravings on safe catch, and extractor. Okay. The gun would be helpful to find. But yeah, apparently that is supposed to be 1862 and not 1882. Lovely, isn't it? Okay, one of the keys has a bell symbol, so... Does not look like that at all. Yeah, I know. I love when that happens in games. Not this room, not this room. It's the room, it's this back here, I'm smart. There we go. Whatever the price paid, obsidian glass like stone black without it, we can't work with the lenses. London comes to New Orleans. Must be 5-6 days. You know what to do with deliveries. R. Okay, so R was here.
A foreigner's clothes, by the looks of things from the Near East.
Deep groove. Frequent. Friction bed was moved. Then we shall move the bed.
A foreigner's clothes.
Yeah, I don't care.
Things from the Near East.
I want to move the bed. Thank you. Look at that. Supplies! To reach your goal, follow death messengers, then pass through fire without fear. After bleeding willow, chase the crows. Avoid any crosses that appear. Huh.
A black opal, cut and polished, easy to sell.
Okay.
Dense and disturbing notes. It's hard to follow. The scene is impossible, unnatural, but also familiar.
Yeah, that is where he was in the mine thing. Interesting. The chest I cannot open. Anything else in this room? Don't think there is. Okay, there's a hidden lock on its surface. Yes. Just like find out how to open it. There was like a magnet somewhere on the side or something. We shall see. Doesn't seem like there's anything here. Okay, let's see. Telegram from R, maybe? Or note with threads. Could also be note with threads. No. None of these. Okay, so we still don't know how to learn the note there. Can the painting be unlocked? Portrait? Yeah, portrait. Using a signet ring. Yes, photo. Where's the ring? I guess the boy knows? No. Does the raccoon have it? A raccoon took it. Look how nice the raccoon took the signet ring along with Mr. Anderson's finger. The thief was successful but clumsy. Lovely. Where's Anderson currently? Okay, well, a raccoon has it. Great. Hey, I wanted to pin that. Wrong key. Okay, well... Lovely. Okay, I kind of want to save here. I don't want to continue too much further. Let's save out here in the garden. Nice and peaceful, shall we?
More boot prints.
Apparently some that I missed. But yeah, I don't wanna overdo it too much since we're already decent bit over time. To be fair, only like 17 minutes since I started the game, but yeah. I'm getting tired, and I don't know how long the chapter will be to continue. Plus, we have to open the secret room and all that kind of stuff. That being said, let's see who's raidable. So, we have... ads. We have ads. We have either Sapphire Knight, who's currently working on doing some art, drawing emotes. They're an artist that usually does commission work, and they draw characters, they draw emotes, sometimes they even animate things, but they also play some story-based games. Then we have Madame Juniper, or June, who is currently continuing on their very large Reaper cross-stitch. And then we have Starlet Scarlet, who's playing Stardew Valley. Or... okay, Sarcastic Kitten is working on Jirachi as a crochet, so the Pokemon. So we have crochet, art, cross-stitch, or Stardew Valley. Which one do you guys want? And if there's not much interest in any raid, I will not raid out, but yeah. So currently it says 2 viewers, but I don't know. Tough choice, yeah. Especially, the thing is, it currently says I have 2 viewers. And I don't... I mean, it would be worth raiding out if those viewers want to raiding out, but if not, then we're just gonna ignore it, and I'm just gonna end the stream today. Yeah. Yeah, I'm interested in them, but I don't have the energy to interact with them or in them, so I'd rather just lurk, especially on the crochet one. But yeah, I think we're not gonna read out today. Either way, I'm gonna be back on the first day for crafting, as always. We're gonna continue and hopefully maybe even finish the Meowth diorama. That being said, I still need to print out the icon thing for the door. I need to work on that. But that's okay. But yeah, that shall be first day. Some diorama stuff, and the next Sunday we're gonna continue with solving the crimes in this mansion, and some other crimes, I guess, in this world, and I have the feeling the sheriff is heavily involved. So yeah, we shall see where all the clues lead us. Either way, I hope you all will have a lovely evening. Morning, noon, afternoon, nighttime, whatever time zone you're in. Hope to see you all back on Thursday for crafting, and if not, hopefully back on Sunday. Have a lovely Wednesday and or weekend if I only see you all back on Sunday, and yeah. Have a good one. Bye bye.